Hello and welcome everyone. It is Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the scenic Rim in Queensland, coming to you live on Wednesday, the 9th of July, and it is now 6:26 p.m. here. So this is my new time slot. So hopefully this will reach some of you Aussie crafters, and I apologize for my overseas people because they will probably have to catch the replay. But anyway, we are here and we are going to craft. So when you get the notification that I've gone live, please jump on, say hello, and let me know where you're watching from. I can see Daryl, Christine, welcome. So I've got a super fun thing in store for you tonight. I'm going to do a couple of techniques to show you a little bit about our two-tone cardstock, and I've got some information that I want to share with you all. Hey Janelle, welcome. I've been busy behind the scenes. I know that I've been missing in action lately, but I have been busy behind the scenes, still trying to catch up. I've got a card buffet on the weekend, so I'm getting organized for my card buffet on the weekend, getting designs and getting kits and everything cut. So there's a lot happening in the craft studio behind the scenes. So welcome. If you're getting the notification now, please, as I said, jump in, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. And I'm super excited to be crafting with you again tonight. So while we're waiting for people to jump in and have a chat with us, I just wanted to say I have a couple of things happening. So, of course, I've got my card buffet this weekend, so it's too late to register for the card buffet. But I have another thing, my bingo and cards night. So that's going to be a super fun thing. And it doesn't matter where you live in Australia, you can actually jump in and have fun on the bingo card night. So what it is we play 4 games of bingo. We create 4 beautiful cards, and we're going to be using that gorgeous washi tape. You will get a kit to make the 4 cards posted out to you. And if the kit arrives on time, then you'll be able to craft along with us. If it doesn't arrive on time, then you'll be able to come back to the replay. So it will be live on my YouTube channel. And for the people that are attending, they will be able to attend via a Zoom call. Actually, no, you know what? We might just do it live on YouTube, and that's probably the easiest way. That way it's fair for everyone as far as with the streaming, because there's always a delay when you're doing something live like that. So at least with the delay, everyone will have the same delay. So I think that's probably the fair way that we can do it. But I'm super excited to be having bingo and cards game night again, because I used to do it a few years back, and it was a really awesome, fun time. So the cards won't be hard, so it doesn't matter what level of crafter you are. There'll be minimal stamping. All you will need is a stamp to create a sentiment on your card. That's all you'll need. You won't actually need stamps or anything to actually create the cards that we're creating, because we're going to be using those gorgeous die cut pieces, and I'm going to die cut them for you. So you're going to get, as I said, a kit to make 4 beautiful cards. It costs $60 to attend, and you will win shopping sprees with me. So please scan the QR code there on the screen if you're interested in doing bingo with me. And it is being held on the 31st of July. So the last day of July. It's a Thursday night, and it will be happening at 6:30 p.m. So around this time. So mark it in your calendars. Denny did do so well on the weekend. I agree, Christine. She did an awesome effort. So for any of you that don't know, Denny, my youngest daughter, ran her first marathon on the weekend, and she finished the marathon. It was 42.6 kilometers, and she finished the marathon in 5 hours and 45. She had 7 hours and 10 minutes, I think it was, to finish it, and she finished it in 5 hours and 45. And it's the first marathon she's ever ran. She's never done a half marathon. She's never done any running like that whatsoever. She has been training for about 6 months to do it, and it was such an achievement. I actually said I've watched my girls play state hockey for many years and represent New South Wales in Australian championships, but to actually watch her achieve something that was such a personal goal was nothing short of incredible. I'm so proud of her. She totally, yeah, the commitment and the effort that she put in was absolutely amazing. So So thank you to everybody that for your kind words. She reads all of my posts on Facebook as well, and she's super excited when all of you chime in and congratulate her and everything. She said it is so awesome that all of you support her with what she's doing. But yeah, she did a great job. It was fantastic. Okay, so please feel free to share this live stream. So if you're on YouTube, hit the share button, share it back onto Facebook, and let's get some more people over here on YouTube to watch us have this fun crafty session. So I'm actually going to use the two-tone cardstock, and I wanted to talk to you about the two-tone cardstock because at the moment we actually have the two-tone cardstock. So I'm going to pop that there. Two-tone cardstock is on sale, 20% off for the next 3 days. So today, the 9th, the 10th, and the 11th, it is on sale. So if you're interested in getting your hands on two-tone cardstock, and you're going to love it after you see what I've got. But then I also have a VIP special for you. So I'll talk about that a little bit later on as we go through and I show you what this two-tone cardstock can do. Because a lot of people think the two-tone cardstock was here to be able to scrapbook with. And it's not true. We are paper crafters. And so we can do what we want with the cardstock that we have available. And it's super, super exciting. It's got a white core to it, so we can tear it, we can sand it, we can do all these things. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that we can do with it. And there's so many more things that we can do. I'm only going to scratch the surface here today, but there's so many other things that we are going to be able to do with it. So it is on sale at the moment. So if you're interested in that, you can scan that QR code there. That will take you straight through to my store to pop an order in, and you will, as I said, you're gonna love it after you've seen what I do tonight. So and I'm just having a bit of a play around, so I wanted to show you all the things that are possible, or well, some of the things that are possible with it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is next week I will be holding my 3-day mega scrapbook album retreat. So Stampin' Up are holding this event. So Stampin' Up are actually doing all of the video content. So when you actually do the 3-day scrapbooking album retreat, you actually get enough supplies to create 12 double-page layouts. You get 2 stamp sets. You get all of the cardstock and all of the designer series paper. It's all cut for you. So it's all cut to size. All you've got to do is assemble and stamp. The die cuts are all done as well. So even the stamped images that you normally would die cut out, they've already die cut them. All you got to do is stamp on those die cut pieces and embellish your pages. But they're going to teach us how to use flip flaps, and they're actually like a way of adding more photos to one layout by doing the flip flaps and having them that they are overlapping on photos that you already have. You're cooking dinner, Kerry. I've already had my dinner. So because I do the live, I jump on and I have an early dinner. Now, for anyone that purchases the Mega Scrapbook Album Retreat from me, you're welcome to come and hang out with me here in my craft studio, which will be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week. And I've got a lovely customer of mine that's traveling all the way from Grafton and going to come up and hang out with me. And I've got my other scrapbooking ladies that are going to come and hang out as well. So the other option that I wanted to offer to anybody that's local, anybody that's the Gold Coast, Brisbane area, Ipswich, Northern New South Wales, if you're interested in coming and hanging out and meeting other crafty people, we do have a Making Memories scrapbooking kit, which is a fraction of the price. If you wanted to purchase the Making Memories scrapbooking kit from me, then you are more than welcome to come and hang out with us and assemble that and create some page layouts with that as well. And for all of the local team members, anyone that wants to come hang out at my house and scrapbook, you're welcome, because we are just going to have a relaxing weekend scrapbooking away. So it's going to be super, super fantastic. So if you're interested, you can scan that QR code there, or you can actually use the link that's down in the description down below. Now, I will be getting some information out about my November card making retreat, and I will be holding another scrapbooking retreat around September as well. So I'm just working out those details as we go. Basic foundations of card making. So for everyone that's in my foundations of card making group, I only just received the stamp sets this afternoon, so I'll be packing all of your kits ready to go, and I'll be posting them out to you either Thursday or Friday, everything going well. Now, for anyone that's interested in, if you're brand new to paper crafting and you are thinking that you want to learn some of the basics, you want to learn about how to cut your cardstock, how to cut your designer series paper, how to stamp properly, different techniques, then the basic foundations of card making might be the group for you. It costs $50 per month, and you get a sampling of products that we craft with and create with. And this month, they're actually getting a stamp set. So it's super exciting this month because they're actually getting a stamp set that's getting sent as part of their bundle of product that they'll be crafting with. So we're going to be doing some stamping, and it will be a little bit like Christmas in July this month. So you're actually too late to join for this month, but it's not too late to join for the coming months. So if you're interested, you can scan that QR code there on the screen, or you can actually use the link that's down in the description down below. Now, that's enough gas bagging, because I think you've heard everything that you need to hear. So now I'm going to pop my camera down, and I'm just going to show you a couple of things and what we're going to do. So as I said, the two-tone cardstock is on sale at the moment. So I thought, what better way but to craft and play around with it and create with it today. So who has used, type into the comments, drop a comment in the comments there. Have you used two-tone cardstock yet? Type it into the comments and let me know. So I've got some brand new product here. So I've got the artistic leaves, and I'm actually going to, I thought what I might do is actually just case something. I'm just going to do something similar to what I've found on our website. And I wanted to show you a couple of different ways of using our two-tone cardstock. But this stamp set is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of the stamp sets that was definitely high on my priority list when I seen it being available. So, okay, so Miranda's saying that she loves it. She loves a two-tone cardstock. So I just wanted to show you now. I've got the garden green out because you all know my views on garden green, don't you? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to get the garden green out, and I'm going to show you a couple of things with the garden green. And then I've got a really gorgeous, pretty and pink color. So we might make 2 cards tonight. Do you think that might be a good idea? Do you think we should make 2 cards? All right. So I just wanted to show you a couple of fun things that I have been doing with this, just to show you how it works. So I'm going to take, I think I've already cut this piece ready to go. That's the piece that I want to cut ready to go. So I'm just going to pop all that aside. So I want to show you something really, really fun with this. So I'm going to bring out a pierce mat. Now, if I was going to do this, I would definitely do it on the reverse side of my pierce mat, because the pierce mat is actually designed to do piercing and things, but I also use it for stamping. So if you're going to use it for stamping, please use the reverse side of your pierce mat to do this. Now, some of you that own a Take Your Pick tool might already know this, but for the people that don't own a Take Your Pick tool, this is the Swiss Army knife of crafting. So you really, really need one of these, but it's got interchangeable ends. So at the moment, I've got my pokey tool, and it's got a spatula end. I can actually remove that, and it comes with this stylus end. So it's got a thin one on one end and a thick one on the other end. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put that stylus with the big end in, and then I'm going to take, now I want to show you the difference between this cardstock, because you'll probably think, and this is black. So, I mean, it's probably going to be hard to see at this time of the night, but this is black. And I wanted to show you that that is the dark side. And then when you turn it over, you can see that that's the light side. So it's a lighter shade of black, if we can actually have such a thing as the lighter shade of black. So, so I'm going to do the dark side up. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pattern. Sorry, I'm going to do the light side up. I'm going to create a pattern with this. Now, this cardstock has a white core in it, so we can tear it and it can show white. But I wanted to show you something with this. I'm going to draw some lines with this stylus, and it doesn't matter. They don't have to be straight lines. I'm going to draw some lines down this way, and all I'm doing is more or less scoring down this way. So using my pierce mat as the cushioning underneath. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to run it down this way as well. Now, it doesn't matter if your lines are thick apart, thin apart, because the more rustic this is, the better. It's meant to look like sort of like line doodling, you know what I mean? Like if you doodle drawing, that's what I'm trying to get, is the effect like that. Now, so for all of you to see that, so that's the light side. This is the dark side. So you can see I've actually created a little bit of a pattern there. But I'm actually going to take, now you can use a couple of different things. I tried with this, which was a sanding block, but I've actually just grabbed one of my emery boards. And I'm going to pop it down onto my desk. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the end of the emery board and I'm just going to rub it over where, so I've got the dark side up. So of course I've got where I've embossed with that stylist, it's created some raised up pieces. So all I'm going to do is take my nail file, my emery board, and just run it across. Can you see? Look at those lines just appearing. Okay, it's honestly, it's like magic. So I'm not pressing that hard. I'm going to have to turn it around the other way now to get to that end. I'm not pressing that hard. All I'm doing is taking just that top layer off. I can go that way as well, depending on how obvious you want it to be. But it's simply just a nail file, an emery board. Okay, and we have now created this grungy, like a plaid effect. Okay, all right. So I wanted to show you that. So I did it on the garden green. So I'll show you my bit of the garden green. I did it like that. Okay, so as you can see, great for creating backgrounds for your cards. All right. Another thing I want to show you is, and I'll do it with, I'm going to do it with this black piece. Now, you can take a stamp, for instance. I did it with a stamp. Where did I put that stamp that I did it with? Oh, I can't remember where I put the stamp set that I actually, oh, maybe it's under here. Yes, it is. Okay. So one of the things that I thought, well, seeing as that works, what about if we grabbed a stamp? So I've got this floral stamp. What about if we grabbed a stamp and we actually popped the stamp underneath our cardstock and then pressed down on it with a nail file? Is it going to work? Look at this. This is going to blow your mind. Now, this is not harming the stamp underneath, because all we're doing is using the edge of the stamp to be able to create a look okay. And we have a floral pattern there. Now, we could do that with leaves. So if we had in that stamp set, we have got some leaves, so we can do it with leaves. So let's use this little leaf here. So you could create like a really nice grungy background, and it can look like you've done it with chalk. That's more or less what the type of look that it gives you. Now the one thing that you've got to remember is not to have your stamp out, because you don't want to sand your stamp. You just want to sand the cardstock that's underneath that. So let's do that with the leaf and see what we can get. That leaf might be a little bit too detailed to do it, but we're getting there. It's not probably the best leaf. Let me try this. Let me try. I'll just do the leaf area there. I'm not going to do the whole flower again, but I'm just going to do the leaf area again. And I wanted to use the black because I thought it will show up all the more on the black. Okay, so you can have a look that looks like it is some chalk stamped flowers on the background. Okay, so we could cut that and use it as a background piece. All right, I'm not going to do that, but I wanted to show you that because that was super, super fun. I tried that this afternoon. I'm like, ooh, this is fun. Anyway, so that's a couple of things that I wanted to show you. But now I'm going to do, with that black piece that we did, let's create a card using this gorgeous set. So we'll pop that aside. I love, love, love this beautiful set. So I want to create a look with this stamp. Now, of course, there's no dies that go with this set. So I'm a little bit sad about that, but we can fussy cut. They're not that hard to fussy cut, so we can fussy cut. So let's grab, I love this huge big leaf. So we have a detailed leaf and we also have a solid leaf, but it's a solid leaf that has it has some color graduation, you may as well say, or some texture, you may as well say. All right, so let's stamp that. We also have the leaf, and I'm assuming that is part of the leaf that we color as well. So let's do that. I'm not quite sure where that's going to fit on the leaf, but we will give it a go. All right. So let's create a gorgeous card with this. So first of all, I want to take a scrap piece of basic white. Let me not get myself in a mess here tonight. Let me try and put everything back in there so I don't end up in such a mess. I'll pop that there so you know what the stamp is called. So it is called Artistic Leaves is what we're working with. All right, now I've got a white piece of scrap cardstock here. Now I will be using my Pierce mat for stamping because it is a photopolymer stamp set. So I've got a bit of a kinked neck today. I don't know what's going on. I've got like a pain on the right hand side of my neck. All right, so let's bring that in. Now, of course, this is a brand new stamp, so I haven't used it before. So I want to use, I think I want to use crumb cake. And I think I want to use, we might try maybe lemon lolly. Or crumb cake, no, crumb cake and maybe pecan pie. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out my coloring here. All right, so let's do crumb cake and pecan pie. So I actually want to do the solid part in crumb cake and the detailed part in pecan pie. So what I like to do is I like to do the pecan pie, I like to do the detailed part first. So I'm just going to rub it on my arm. I'm also going to grab some Versamark. If I can grab my Versamark. And I'm going to ink up with Versamark first because it's a brand new photopolymer stamp. So I don't want to, I want to make sure that the ink's going to adhere to it. So I'm going to ink up with Versamark first. Then I'm going to go straight into my pecan pie. Okay, so straight into my pecan pie ink. And I'm going to stamp that leaf in pecan pie. You could use dies as well, Christine. So actually, hang on, before we go any further. Sorry, I just seen Christine's question there. I did have some other, I'm going to pop this out. I did have some other things to show you. This here. So let's try, look at these leaves. Let's try one of these leaves and maybe a flower. So now I'm going to use dies like I did with the stamps. I'm actually going to pop the dies in underneath with the cutting blade up. So now I can then grab my file again. And depending on how much you want to file is how obvious the look is. So the harder you press, the more you're going to get. Okay. And there you have a leaf. Look at that one. It is amazing. Now let's try the flower. I knew I was like, there was something I forgot. What else was I going to do? That's right. I was going to show you how to do the flowers and the leaves. So this is using a die in underneath. It's a little bit like, you know, when you were a kid and you used to grab a piece of paper and you'd put a leaf underneath your piece of paper and then you'd color over the top and the texture of the leaf would come out. It's making my hands messy, but there you go. Look at that. Christine's. Oh my God. Anyway, I was like, I so want to play with all this two-tone cardstock to show you exactly what you can do with it, because it's so much more than using it for scrapbooking. I mean, people look at things and just because it's in with all the scrapbooking, they think that's the only reason you can use it. We're paper crafters, people. We can do whatever we want with the paper. It's what we do with it is what our creations end up. Okay. All right. So let's stop playing with that. Let's get back to stamping this gorgeous leaf. All right. So I've done the detailed part with the pecan pie. I'm then going to do the same thing. I'm going to rub that on my arm, just to roughen it up a bit. I'm then going to use my Versamark. Now, this is a trick when you've got a brand new photopolymer stamp set. You don't have to do this all the time, but when you've got a brand new photopolymer stamp set, it's really, really a good thing to do to get your ink to adhere. Now I'm going to go over the top of that leaf in the middle part with my crumb cake. So we're just going to line that up over the top and stamp down in crumb cake. And we're going to have a gorgeous leaf. Okay. I was a bit out with where I lined it up, but it's totally okay. It gives us a watercolor look, but we're going to fussy cut it anyway. I'm also going to, I want to do something else. One more thing that I want to do, just to maybe take this leaf to a whole new level. Let's actually clean that detailed part off. I'm going to do something else now, just because I can. See, this is the fun part of me doing this of a night time. I'm up for anything. You ordered 3 mixed packets today. All right, so I'm now going to ink that up with Versamark. Hang on, and I do my embossing buddy. Let's emboss over the top. I'm going to ink up with my Versamark and the detailed stamp. So Versamark. I'm going to line that up again over the top. And sorry, I've probably got my head in the camera. It's so hard when I can't get over the top with my head, but I'm going to line that up over there. Stamp that down. Then I'm going to bring in my embossing tray and our gold wow powder. Why not? Okay, so we have that. And then we will grab our heat tool. Better put my lid on my embossing powder first. And let's heat that. Yeah, so Glenda said that she used to do it with a coin as a kid. Exactly. Exactly. So same scenario. Now look at what our leaf is going to look like. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay. So we have a gorgeous gold leaf there with all that detail. Now, I could even go one step further and take my pecan pie ink and do a bit of blending in here as well. And you know what? Maybe some of our timid tiger. Why not? Oh, look at that. Look at that. What a gorgeous flower. Sorry, leaf, I mean. All right, so now let's get in and let's do some of our pecan pie leaves. Okay. This here, I'm trying to see where that might go. Assuming in there. So let's try a little bit of timid tiger in there. Ooh, look at that. A little bit of timid tiger. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to emboss again with that. Let me grab, actually, you know what? I'm just going to throw a little bit of embossing over the top of that and see what happens. See if there's any gold that will hit that. It may not work, but it may. Oh, it did. See that? Just a couple of little hints of gold on those leaves. Can you see that? It might be hard to see in the night time here, but we've got a little bit of gold shimmer on those leaves. You prefer this time so you can watch without interruptions. Well, I'm so glad, Sue. All right, so we have that. I might do one more leaf. This is sort of like an autumn. I've got all the inks out here that you could possibly think of. Bring back in that. I've got Cajun Craze now, so let's ink that one up. There, and we'll add a little bit of pecan pie. Goes there, and a little bit there. And I think that looks super cute. Should we try some gold on that too? Why not? Let's see what happens. Oh, we've got a fair bit of gold on this one. We've probably lost our Cajun Craze, but anyway. We'll be able to do a little bit more blending with the blending brush. Oh, look at that. So that's not even using Versamark. That's just the ink still being wet and our gold being able to adhere to our ink. Okay. All right. I've got a little bit of, I don't know what on there. Little bit of embossing powder that got on that bit that I didn't really want there. But anyway. All right, let's grab some Cajun Craze. And some Timid Tiger. There we go. All right, so we have, I'm just going to add my, I don't know why, I keep getting a Melbourne phone number ringing me. I'm sure it's telemarketers. If it's someone from Melbourne trying to ring me, please leave me a message. It's been calling me like 10 times a day. That's why I feel like it's definitely telemarketers. All right, let's put that aside. Okay, I think that's enough. Now I'm going to fussy cut that. Let's close up some of these inks. So we have created that gorgeous background, which is this one here. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use a black card base. So let's fussy cut those out. Let me pop the lid on my Versamark. All right. Grab my scissors. Oh, please tell me I bought them in I did. I was going to say in from my kitchen bench. Okay, now fussy cutting. Everyone, it is, I actually have some craft t-shirts that I've got one that says fussy cutting is a swear word. And that came about by one of my team members. She was like, oh my God, you so need to do that, because she used to always say to me that every time I said you've got to fussy cut that, she used to say, don't swear at me. So I actually created a t-shirt that says fussy cutting is a swear word. I did create a t-shirt for all the fussy cutting lovers out there, that fussy cutting is my therapy. So I did create a lovely t-shirt for the people that love fussy cutting. If you haven't seen my t-shirt designs, I'm wearing one of them tonight. So the one that I'm wearing tonight this is my crafting shirt. And I have quite a few different designs with that on it. I have quite a few designs with born to craft, forced to work. So that is one of the other popular sayings. As I said, if you have some sayings that you would love put on a t-shirt, please let me know. They've sold out of snips already. You didn't know that you could do the embossing over ink, Christine? See, you're learning something every day. We all say to Fiona, we love fussy cutting, so we don't get so much. So you think she gives it to you because she thinks that you don't like it. So she thinks, I'll give it to you if you keep saying that you don't like it. So there we go. We've got one leaf there, all done. And then we will cut out our other leaves. Hey, Kylie. I'm so glad that you found my beginner card making videos worthwhile. So I'm so glad that has helped you. So for anyone that is a beginner card maker, I can tell you, you can't go wrong with our basic foundations of card making, because we are learning some really great things. And we have actually taught everyone how to fussy cut in that. We have done some fussy cutting because a lot of people that are just first starting out don't have a die cutting machine. So when you don't have a die cutting machine, if you want the leaves cut out, you've got to do them somehow. So fussy cutting is the way to go. And some people find it therapeutic. Some people find it nerve shattering. But I don't mind it. Doesn't bother me whatsoever. Okay, so we've nearly got 4 leaves cut out. Wow, I've got inky and messy here tonight. So the two-tone cardstock is on sale, but I also have an offer for all of you lovely people that follow me. I have a paper share that I am offering, and this is I've got limited positions. So we have I've popped the code up there. We have a two-toned paper share that I'm doing. So I only have a limited amount of spots. So if you're interested in getting your hands on some of this two-tone cardstock, but you don't want to outlay getting all of the colors, then my two-tone cardstock VIP paper share is definitely the way to go. So for the VIP paper share, it costs $50 and you get 53 sheets. I've actually counted wrong. So you're going to get more than 53 sheets because there's an extra couple of colors that I didn't realize that because I'm placing the order for all of the two-tone cardstock today. So if you're interested in getting a sampling, it's a 6x6 piece of every single color that we have available in our two-tone cardstock. That's what you'll get, and for $50. Or you can buy a double share for $90. So you'll get the share for $45 instead of the $50. And you'll just get a double share. So you'll just get, and I won't cut those. I will leave those at 6x12. So, and that includes postage and everything. So scan the QR code there on the screen. There is also a link down in the description down below. And if you are interested, then I am more than happy to post them out to you. So I will be ordering them over the weekend. And then once I get it all in, then I will be putting it all together and posting it out. So it'll take me a couple of weeks to get all that done. So please bear with me because, time, I am a little bit busy. So I try to do as many things as I possibly can. It's just a running joke in her class on Fridays. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. Kylie's saying that it was so great. I think 2 hours over a couple of days, she had 100 card bases. So I'm so glad that that helped you. Now, this is an awesome set. This is called Just a Note, and it has these really cute, I love these little die packets. I think they're super, super cute. So they have a cute little set of dies, and it has this like a torn page out of like a ring notepad type of thing. So I think it's super, super cute. So I decided that I was going to use that on a piece of our good old trusty cardstock, paper, with that timber wood grain. And I can't remember what it was called, but it was definitely, this set is really good for scrapbooking, but it's also good for card making. So I wanted to show you how awesome this die is to cut it out. So I'm going to cut it out of this timber wood look. All right. Sorry, I'll get that QR code out of the way for you. So anyone interested in the paper share, I'm taking bookings now. As I said, $50 for for the 6x6 share, or $90 for a 6x12 share, and you'll get a piece of every single color that we have available. So it's a great way of sampling it all at a fraction of the cost. So all right. So if you have any questions about the two-tone cardstock, because we haven't even scratched the surface yet, like there's more that I want to do when I create these cards with you tonight. So let's run this through. And this one here, I'm just casing out of the catalog. Like it was a cute little card that I thought, you know what, we can do something like this and I can showcase how awesome the, look at that. Isn't that super cute? I just love it. I just think it's so, so stinking cute. All right. So we've got that. Let's move that out of the way again. Pop that back on there. I'll put that in there so I don't lose it. And put it back in here. I love these little die packets. I think they're just so cute. All right. So as I said, please feel free to share and give me the thumbs up for this video, because YouTube and Facebook loves it when you do that. Share it with your friends. Share the link in Messenger and get your friends to come and hang out with us. Now, I always store my dies in my stamp pack so that I know exactly where they are the next time I'm going to need them. All right, so I've got a black card base. So I'm going to fold that in half. Okay, I'm going to use my bone folder to crease that. And I can't find my normal bone folder, but I've got my big old one here. So always crease both sides of your card so that you get a really good fold. So now you can see here, we're going to pop that on. I'm going to pop that on. And then we're going to have a couple of leaves that are just going to hang around here. And we're going to have a really gorgeous front of a card. All right. Now I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on the back here. They've done Celebrate Today, which is in the artistic leaf. So let's grab that out. One there. And I think I'm going to stamp that. I'll bring back in my Pierce mat. I think I'm going to stamp that in Pecan Pie. Once again, because it's a brand new stamp, I'll ink it up with a bit of Versamark first. Then I'll grab my Pecan Pie. Okay. And we are just going to celebrate today and just keep inking it up and stamping it down. I seen this card and I thought, how cute is that card? Okay. So we have that. Then, of course, we're going to have a white insert, which I think I have one here. Let's make sure that's the right side to go inside. And yes, it does. Okay, so let's stamp that with our large leaf. Our large leaf. Just going to grab a piece of copy paper to protect my pierce mat. All right, so I'm going to do pecan pie. Do pecan pie like that there. I'm then going to do, let's do a little bit of timid tiger on the inside here. Let's see what that looks like. Let's go. Just about there. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. And then I'm just going to use the blending brush that I had and just blend a little bit just to soften that. Now, as you can see, I didn't line that up properly. Totally okay. Like, honestly, if you don't line it up properly, it's not a big drama. All right, let's adhere that to the inside of our card. So just using my liquid Tombow. And we'll add that to the inside. Like so. Now, even with this piece here, we can grunge this up even more. So we can use the edges of our scissors. It is a stunning stamp set, Sue. It really is. Hey, Julie. I'm going to use the edge of my scissors and I'm going to go down my cardstock. Now, because this has got the white core, it's really going to show up that distressing of the edges. So just, you can buy a distressing tool. Honestly, I just use my scissors. I have done for years. Okay, so you will get paper filings and it makes a bit of a mess, but okay. And then also too, we could even crunch that up a little bit. We could even, did you all freak out when I just did that? Could even crunch that up. Okay, just to give it that rustic feel. All right, now I'm going to adhere that down and I think I'm going to use just some Seal Plus. And I'm just going to do that on my black card base so that because I've scrunched that, the Seal Plus will just give it a really good base. I'm just going to press down into that Seal Plus and you've got that nice grungy sort of look. Now we can ruffle up the edges of this too if we like. So let's do that too, just to go with the theme. My question is, where is Theo? Theo is actually out on the recliner. I have a gorgeous mink rug that has been, it was a present from Stampin' Up and it's a gorgeous rug. It's like proper mink rug. It is gorgeous. Every winter when I get that rug out, he absolutely loves that rug. So that's actually on the recliner chair at the moment. So Theo is curled up on the recliner chair, quite happy. He's like, I don't need to go in there to the craft room because I'm sitting out here. All right, so I'm just going to do that at another different angle. All right, now with our leaves, I always like to curl them up a little bit. There's my bone folder. Knew I'd find it sooner or later. Just like to curl them up a little bit just to, they're already curling because they've got a bit of embossing on them, but just to give it a little bit of shape and texture. Same with these. Curl them up, and even if you want to scrunch them a little bit, okay, scrunch them a little bit so that they're a little bit ruffled. the whole idea of when you've got leaves and things like this is just really, really just getting in and giving it some texture. All right, so we've got another leaf there. Let's just crumple all those up. It's smart cat, yeah, I know. It's actually not too bad here tonight too. It's not. I mean, I'm in a t-shirt. I'm not feeling cold as yet. It probably will get colder as the night gets on, but it's not too bad. The day today, I was cold this morning, but it seems this afternoon it's got a little bit more warmer. All right, so I'm going to pop that one up onto dimensionals. And we'll add that like so. You might add that in underneath with a bit of glue. Pop one in there. I probably went a bit crazy with the gold here, but let me do that one. There. Can pop in under there. And then these two we can pop over the top. And we might put, what do I have for a bow? Oh, I normally have some gold. There it is. Look at that. We need some of this. Why not? Might do a double bow. No, we won't. We'll do a single one. We don't need a double one. Okay. Scissors. Amazingly, I put them back away. I'm just going to add a little bit of Seal Plus on those leaves. And we'll pop one just there like that. And we'll pop that one just up there like that. And we will pop a bow on just like that with a glue dot. Where are my glue dots? There they are. So what do you think? What's your thought process? Do you think that this two-tone cardstock is for you? There we go. All right, now I will just go out and grab, got some embellishments out there that I'm going to pop on there. Let me just duck out and grab those. Unfortunately, these have all sold out, but they were one of my favorite embellishments. So I'm just going to use one there. Oop. Stick on there. Okay, one there. They're really flat, these embellishments, so they're quite good. And we might use a larger one. Okay, so there you have one card, and look at that background. What do you think? Sorry, I've lost my chat here. Interesting, hey? Interesting. All right, so let's move on to the next thought process that I have. I have a crumb cake card base. Now, this one here is our Pretty in Pink. Love, love, love. You did a two-tone order tonight, Glenda? Yeah. Look at that. Now, isn't that just gorgeous? All right, so I've got a piece cut here for the front. So I thought what I might do is grab an embossing folder. Do I want to use this one? Or do I want to use... I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I'm going to use this one here. So we're going to emboss with this. So I want it... Do I want it going that way or that way? No, I want it going that way. All right, so let's run that through the embossing. So now this one's a small, a thin embossing folder. So we don't need our grey plate. We just need our 2 cutting pads without our thin die adapter. And that one will run through. All right. So you can see here we've got an embossed piece here. Now, I'm going to do the same thing, similar thing, although there it is there. I was going to say, where did I put my nail file? Now, I'm not going to use the end that I've just done the colour. We might have to wash that to try and get that out. I'm going to use the other end, but I'm going to lightly go over that. Okay, so this is the beauty of the white core, is you're able to sand and get some nice texture on your cardstock. And you're doing it all without colouring. So easy to be able to do that without actually using any ink and just a typical emery board. So, all right, so now we have that look. Okay. Deirdre is saying, what's the nifty idea, Deirdre? The gold looks awesome on the black. Yeah. Or maybe you're reading that you tell Fiona that you like fussy cutting, so she doesn't give you any. All right, so we've got a crumb cake card base. So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use the light side of this to give us a different look. So I'm actually going to fold this down from the corner up there. Oops. Doesn't have to be this hard. I'm going to just fold that down. And we've instantly got a really nice card front. Now, my thought process was just to use some of these gorgeous flowers that we've already cut and pop some flowers in that we can embellish this card. Like so. I need a big... All right, so I'm going to adhere this straight down onto that crumb cake card base. So straight down there like that. Now, I haven't really adhered very well along that part because I want to probably tuck some of those flowers down in behind. So I'm going to add that. So these are the flowers that I showed you with that washi tape. Let's grab another one. Can pop out like that. What else do we have here? I've just got them on my desk, so I was like, why not use them? Okay, leaf. So, and another one. In there. Then, of course, I think we can pop that flower up on dimensionals. We might find another one. What else do we have? Oh, what's this one here? Got that one. Oh, and I like that one. Okay, so let's pop those up. And actually that one, no, I'm just going to pop this one up here. I like that one popped up. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Colleen. Glenda, if you pop your name in, if you pop your email in, they will email you as soon as it comes back into stock, so you won't miss out. So go in like you're going to order it, and all you do is you pop, it says, would you like to be contacted? And you just say yes. And when you pop your email in, they will email you when it's back in stock. It's a new feature that we have on our website, so it's super awesome. It's so popular. I think that's the whole thing. It's such a popular thing. Don't want to cover that one up. I might pop it just there. Okay, I think that's enough. And then, of course, I'm going to do a gorgeous gold ribbon. And then we're going to grab a sentiment. So we've used the back side and the front side to give you that different look with the different two-tone. You can also use it for die cutting. So you can use, you can die cut it and turn it over the opposite way so you can get detailed parts on flowers, which is really, really cute. So let's grab a glue dot for that. And I am going to glue that down so that that doesn't pop up. And I will just set a block on there until that adheres. All right, now let's grab, I think I'm still going to do the celebrate today because I really liked that. Let's do that, and we will do it on a strip of cardstock. I'm going to clean that off, and I'm probably going to do it in maybe Pretty in Pink. Do I have Pretty in Pink here? Yes, I do. Okay, let's do that. All right, so let's go celebrate today. Let's get my handy dandy little baby trimmer out, and we will cut that. Just thin it down. There. And I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. And I like to, when I've got a sentiment strip like that, just use the edge of my dimensionals. And I'll just pop it on there. Oh, thanks, Colleen. Colleen said, I'm very creative. I'm just playing. It's what happens when you just play. All right, now we will add some embellishments. And so I'm just going to use the clear ones now. Pop that. These have got like a ribbon through them, like a silvery, they're gorgeous. One there. And I'm so sad that they're gone. They were one of my favorite embellishments. All right. Now on the inside, we might just use a couple of little flowers. That, maybe that and a flower. Look at that. And a little leaf. Yeah, that looks cute. All right. And that way we're just bringing a little bit of the front of the card to the inside of the card. There. Another little one there. And a flower on top. Sorry, I'm really loud with my glue there, throwing my glue down on the desk, aren't I? Sorry about that. All right, so we have that for the inside. So let's adhere that to the inside of the card. And we have two simple, easy cards, but using that gorgeous it looks when you use the embossing folder. What does that mean? Sorry, Sue, I'm a bit lost with that. What looks like what when you use the embossing folder? So, I mean, super, super cute. Like you physically have just really brought out that embossing folder. You're waiting on the extraordinary floral washi tape? Yeah. So the washi tape is what I'm actually using for my bingo event. So if you're interested in bingo, I'll pop up that QR code again. So the bingo event, we're actually going to be using, you will get a whole, you'll get a kit that will have 4 cards that we're going to be creating using and embellishing with those washi tape flowers. And I'm going to put it all on the cardstock and cut it all out for you. So you will get your kits that will have all the flowers all in it ready to go. Cost $60 to attend bingo. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a super, super fun event. So that's happening at the end of the month. And there we have the 2 cards that I've created tonight. So don't forget that I have, you can scan the QR code there if you want to do bingo and cards and register for bingo and cards. I will be taking registrations even up until the night because the kits can get sent out afterwards and you'll be able to recreate the cards anyway because you'll be able to come back to the video. So, so don't panic if your kit is not there by the time you by the time we do the bingo. You can just come, enjoy, sit back, watch me create the cards, and then you can come back at a later date and actually create the cards. Been feeding the lambs. Oh, their night bottle. That's so cute. So also don't forget that I have a 2-tone paper share. So my 2-tone paper share, you will get a piece, a 6x6 piece of every single color that we have in our 2-tone cardstock. And they will get posted out to you, and it costs $50 for every single. So there's, well, I did say 53. I think there's 55 colors. What I counted today. So, so if you're interested in that 2-toned paper share, it's a fraction of the cost if you, and then it gives you a little bit of cardstock to play around with. It's a different thickness to our normal cardstock. So, so don't think that it's going to be thick like cardstock. It's not actually, it's nice to do your layers with, but it's not actually cardstock that you would be using as a card base, okay? So it's great to do your layers with. You will still be using your regular cardstock to do your card bases, but it's great to do your layers with and to create as well. The other thing I wanted to show you, I didn't actually show you tonight, but I wanted to show you too. I'll show you quickly. Have you got time? Is everyone ready to hang out with me for a little while longer? I wanted to show you a torn effect of what we could actually do as well. So do you want me to show you that? I'm not going to create a card, but I'm just going to show you the torn effect. Type it into the comments and let me know if you want to hang out with me a little bit longer. It looks good with the embossing folder with the 2-tone cardstock. Yeah, so All good. So I just want to show you quickly the one thing about the tearing. So I forgot about that. And it's one of the main features of this two-tone cardstock is the tearing. So I can't believe I forgot the actual main focus of what I wanted to do tonight. Julie's saying, yep, I want to hang out with you longer. So Glenda's saying she wants to hang out with me longer. Okay, so we've got the light and the dark side. So when you tear the two-tone cardstock, hang on, get that QR code out of the way again. When you tear our two-tone cardstock, you get a white layer. Okay, so we have that. All right. Then, of course, we have, where you tear cardstock, when you tear it towards you, the bottom piece, so the top piece that you're tearing towards you is going to get the white on the back. The bottom piece where you're tearing towards you is going to get the white on the front. Okay, so you've got to remember that when you're tearing, that's what it's going to do. Okay, so I wanted to show you a way that we could layer. So I'm going to tear the opposite way. I'm going to tear this way again. So let's see if this is going to work. Let's go like this. Okay, so I can turn that over. I can layer that up underneath. Let me just do this. I'm just going to do this on a white piece of cardstock so you can see what it looks like. So we can do that underneath. Then we can have this layer in under here. So let's tear this again. So let's go this way this time. Okay. So we have the dark side. We have the light side. We have the dark side. And we have the light side. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, let me grab, sorry, I need a bigger bit of paper, bigger bit of cardstock. Let me cut it the width. I'll do it on this piece here. I'll cut it the width that these are. These are 3 3/4. So let me grab my paper trimmer. We'll cut that to 3 3/4. Actually, we'll cut it to 3 3/4. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to pop the, how did we start? Where did I go? Okay, I want to pop the dark bit there. Then we have the light bit. Then we have the dark bit. Actually, it probably will go better that way. And then we have the light bit. Okay. And you can have a card front like so. So that's another way that you can use the tearing. Great for a beach scene. The other thing that I seen that someone did is they did a mountain scene and then did some like cloud parts in the hill just by tearing paper. It was absolutely amazing. So so super, super fun. Let me see if I can do this that we can get. I think I need another torn bit. Let's tear it again. Why not? Let's tear it again. All right. I want to have it that we have it torn all the way down. So we have that. We have that. We have the darker bit. We have the lighter bit. And we have the dark bit. Look at that. That's going to work. Okay. Let's glue these down. I'm hopefully going to get it to stretch all the way up that piece of cardstock. So let's go like that. Okay. then the light bit over the top, and we're going to, so all I'm doing is alternating with the light and the dark side so that it accentuates that torn look all the more. There. So we've got a dark side. So I'm just going to arrange these as I'm going up. I'm going to do it that way. So as I'm going up, I'm arranging them. And that one, I might not quite get to the top, but you get the gist of what I'm doing. There. And then that one. Over the top. Okay, and there you have a gorgeous card front. So either way, gorgeous card front. Okay, pop a couple of flowers on there, sentiment, and you have another easy fun card again. So I hope I've showcased this gorgeous two-tone paper. I hope maybe also with blues shows ways on a sea scene. Yeah. Are we doing a winner tonight? Can we do a winner tonight? Yes, we can do a winner tonight. Why not? Let me go. Why not, Colleen? Seeing we've got you all on here, why not? I wonder, can I random? I'm trying to find it. Is that it? Yes, that's it. Hang on, I need to log in. Oh, I think I'm logged in. Go to premium login. There we go. Let me just grab the link. I think I can grab the live YouTube link here. Let me go YouTube, export, YouTube live chat. There we go. Let's try that. Okay. So I need to get the link for tonight. Hang on, and I just grab the link. Just bear with me while I do this. It'll take me a little bit to get it set up. I'll let you look at the gorgeous cards that we created tonight. So while I'm getting the comments, the link to get in the comment picker, check out those gorgeous cards. So what do you think about the two-toned? Type it into the comments and let me know. Now, please like and share this video, because if you like and share, then your comments are going to get you in the chance to win a prize draw prize. So let me grab that. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if we can do this. There. Okay. Start capturing messages. I hope it's going to work. So type it all in, hit the like button, type in liked. It says it's capturing the messages. We will retrieve new chat messages in 38 seconds. So please, everyone, type in liked, thumbs up, share, comment what you think, so that we can capture your messages so we can put you in the draw. Okay. Pick a winner. Let me see what it's saying. Come on, come on. Okay, let's see if we can pick a winner. Where's the winner? Pick a winner. Come on, pick a winner. Oh, I'm sorry, but it's doing it. Hang on. let me see if I can share the screen. Okay, we're going to pick a winner. Here we go. Nicole Blowers, you are the winner. So did we share that? Hang on, let me see. Share. What's going on? Why is it not sharing? There we go, Nicole. Nicole, you are the winner. All right. So, Nicole, that was a weird thing. Let's pick two winners. Let's pick another one because that was just crazy. So Nicole, you're one winner. So hang on because we will pick another winner. Who have we got? Daryl, you are another winner. So let me see what I have that I can give you. Where's my prize barrel? Okay. All right. My prize barrel is, I have, so Nicole, you're going to get, let me stop sharing. Stop sharing. There we go. Nicole, you're going to get this gorgeous card kit. It's got a whole heap of the beautiful leaves. Seeing we've done leaves today, I wanted to celebrate and let you grab some leaves. And Daryl, your special prize is to celebrate Christmas in July. You're going to get a Christmas kit with all of these gorgeous embellishments. So you'll be able to create some beautiful, I don't know whether you celebrate Christmas in July, but you can start early for your Christmas presents. So Nicole, you need to email me your your address. Let me pop it up on the screen, my email. There's my email. Daryl, I already have your address. I know what your address is. Nicole, I probably have yours too, but just email me and I will pop your prizes in the post for you. So yes, you won a prize, Daryl. Yes. And Nicole, you won a prize. So awesome. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. And I do apologize for not being around as much as I normally am, but I have been awfully busy behind the scenes. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me. Please like and share. If you're watching the replay, like and share. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you all again soon. So thanks for hanging out with me. Have a lovely night and get some crafting done sometime. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.